Hi everyone, welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love channel. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. My name is Nicole. I'm so grateful that you are here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love and your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself, for loving yourself, for healing yourself, for doing the work, for being present, for working on becoming your best version. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm grateful that you are here. This is healing for you, is healing for me. I'm grateful that I can help serve you on your journey and help you to become your best version. Thank you so much. It's an honor to serve. Today's pick a card, we're going to be talking to your ancestors about your legacy. Okay, this is going to be legacy talk with your ancestors. So, pile 1, sacred gratitude. Pile 2, deep emotions. Pile 3, achievement. Feel free to pause the video to meditate on which pile you should choose. Feel free to choose more than one pile. There are no rules. Just follow your inner intuition, your inner guidance. Timestamps will be linked below. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, that information is linked below as well. Thank you for being here. I will see you in your reading. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. My name is Nicole. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful that you are here. Thank you so much for your love and your support. Let's get into this, okay? This is going to be legacy talk with your ancestors, sacred gratitude, reverent appreciation, prayer. What do your ancestors need you to know about your legacy? With the number 50 here, that reduces to the number 5. Many of you have a very transformative legacy for your lineage, okay? With the number 5, that's talking about transformation, it's talking about higher learning, it's also talking about like what I'm getting here for pile 1. Many of you were likely on a certain path within your life, and then things completely changed and you decided to go in a different direction. Now, whether this is with your career path, whether this is with your romantic life, whether it's just with your path, with just anything, many of you have gone through a lot of transformations this lifetime, okay? And this is a part of your legacy. This is what your ancestors want you to know is a part of your legacy. This life journey is extremely transformative, not only for you, but your legacy is transformative, and it's transformative for your ancestral lineage. Your ancestors want you to have a deep reverence for your journey and for your legacy. And they want you to know that transformation, death, and rebirth is a huge part of your legacy. And they want you to have gratitude for that. They want you to have gratitude for the lessons. They want you to have gratitude for the different obstacles that you may encounter or that you've gone through, because all of these things are adding to your story, to your legacy, to the plan, okay? What I'm getting also, the ancestors definitely talk to you and give you knowledge and wisdom through your intuition, but also through nature, your connection with nature, your connection with the trees, the animals, the plants. You get downloads, intuitive downloads about your legacy through those things. Now let's get some more. Okay, 10 of Cups, wow. 9 of Swords, 9 of Staves, so that's 9 of Wands. Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, and 6 of Cups. Okay. Your ancestors, regarding your legacy, your ancestors want for you to know that you will have a family. a strong, this life journey, you will be given the gift of having a romantic partner and building a family with this person. This is a huge part of your legacy. Some of you may have doubted this. Some of you may have felt like, because I'm getting for some of you, you may be divorced, or you may have been in a long-term commitment and things did not work out the way it was supposed to. What I'm getting here is the ancestors, they're coming through saying that there's been some anxiety around this, okay? And they don't want you to worry. They're coming through saying part of your legacy is you will have a romantic partnership, and you and this person will build. You will build your own castle. You will build your own legacy. This person is a very integral part of your legacy, okay? Of each other's legacy, because both of you will build together. Your ancestors will align you with someone who they feel is the best person to help you further the vision that they have for your legacy, okay? And like I said, you and this person will build, okay? Not only will you build within your career, many of you, your ancestors are coming through saying that you and this person will likely work together, okay? And this is going to be emotional fulfillment and material, financial freedom and fulfillment. There's going to be freedom here with this rainbow energy. This is like anything is possible. This is like miracles do exist. This is answered prayers. This is have gratitude for the journey, because what I'm seeing here, the ancestors are coming through saying some of you have had anxiety around your legacy. And part of your legacy is overcoming these obstacles, overcoming anxiety, overcoming depression, overcoming the things, the mental blocks, the programming, the fear, the negative programming, the fear, those things that have held you back, that have kept you in a place of inaction or kept you in a place of not feeling good enough or not feeling worthy or not feeling like you deserve these things. This is something that's plagued the previous generations, okay? The ancestors want you to know that, and this is what you are overcoming within this lifetime with your legacy. Your legacy is going to be grand. With this Wheel of Fortune energy here, this is saying that many of you, the ancestors are saying that you will accomplish so many different things this lifetime. If you continue on the path that you are on right now, you are meant to conquer a lot of different things. With these cards here, Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Cups, many of you have big legacies, okay? You're here to do big things. You're here to innovate. You're here to invent. You're here to usher in new energy, new ways of being, and particularly for your legacy, excuse me. Okay, let me slow it down. Particularly for your lineage, okay? Many of you, your lineage is like the previous generations. They made steps forward, but they did not take, like the steps were not as grand as your steps are supposed to be. Your ancestors have given you a big calling here for the legacy, okay? Because what I'm seeing here is many of you, the past generations, they did not fulfill or live up to their potential because of fear, because of anxiety, because of depression, because of just trying to survive or not believing. It's a lot around the belief system here. And more than likely, many of you are stripping away those things now. You are deleting that negative programming. You're deleting those fear-based thoughts, and these are things that were passed on to you as well. You had your own things that you were dealing with this lifetime, but many of you you inherited a lot of these things, a lot of that energy from the previous generations. And I'm not saying that the previous generations did not make progress. They did make progress, because the progress that they made has helped you to move further as well. But many of you are going to be taking leaps, where the previous generations, they took steps, you're taking leaps. You're making leaps and bounds with your legacy, this life journey. And for many of you, it's like a balancing. Like, what I'm seeing here is the previous generations, they were supposed to do more, but they, stopped at a certain point. The ancestors are gifting you with determination, the willpower, and the energy and the resources to keep moving, to balance it. Because for some of you, the ancestors are saying your lineage has been stuck. And again, they took steps forward, but it's like it wasn't enough. Okay. It was like, let's just say, the previous generations were supposed to take 10 steps forward. Okay. We're just using that as an example. If they were supposed to take 10 steps forward with the previous generation, they only took like 4 or 5. So there were like 5 steps that they did not take. So it's like, let's just say you're supposed to take 20 steps forward this lifetime. Many of you are going to take like over 20 steps. Like, you're just going to exceed the goals. You're going to move so much faster and further along. And with the Wheel of Fortune energy here, this is saying that not only do you have the support, but you have support from ancient ancestors as well. But it's also saying it's like wild card energy. It's like you choose. Like, you're already taking so many steps where you have the choice to just go so far and beyond. And many of you, again, you have a big legacy. Okay. Now let's find out some more. Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Hold the space. Love and let yourself be loved. Shift your perception. Set your sights higher. Okay. Ancestor messages on your legacy here. Your ancestors want you to allow yourself to let yourself be loved. Okay. Part of many of you, especially with that 10 of Cups energy here. Sorry about that. Many of you, it's like what I'm getting here is the previous generation struggled with having healthy partnerships. They struggled with having healthy marriages, healthy relationships, okay? It could have been a situation where it was like people were together out of codependency, out of scarcity, or, out of just, or, even if they did break up, it was just very like unhealthy. Could be toxic patterns, things like that, okay? This is kind of the energy that I'm picking up here, but it's going to be different for everyone, okay? Or it could have been a situation where the previous generations, they would come together, connections, marriages, relationships came together, and then they broke up, and then, someone was single for a while and things like that. Whatever it is, having a healthy relationship is huge for your legacy. This is much bigger than you could even perceive. For many of you, I think that, you want to have a partner a solid foundation with a romantic partner, but your ancestors are saying that you have to realize this is huge for your legacy. This is a lot bigger than you even realize, because what I'm getting here for many of you is at least like 5 generations of unhealthy relationships. And there's just been that pattern, okay? And this almost becomes, when that pattern and that energy exists, it almost feels like that's the norm, or that's how it's supposed to be. Like I said, whether it was unhealthy, toxic relationships that stayed together, or it was, unhealthy, toxic relationships that broke up, and then someone was single and, people gave up on love, or they gave up on the idea of being with a partner. And for some of you, I'm feeling like the ancestors are coming through saying, please do not have anxiety or fear around you being in a healthy relationship, because not only do you deserve this, but this is what you are worthy of, and this is a huge part of your legacy. You are meant to usher in that energy of a healthy, loving, connection partnership where you and this person can work together through your fears, through the triggers, through whatever it is, and remain in a healthy, loving connection where there's unconditional love and there's no codependent energy, okay? So your ancestors are helping you to love yourself so you can allow someone to love you because they want for you to allow love in. They want for you to allow a partner to love you and take care of you and to nurture you, regardless of your gender here, okay? Because sometimes I think when these messages come across, sometimes people think when you say let someone love you that you're automatically talking about talking to a woman. No, this is for men, this is for non-binary. It doesn't matter your gender, your energy here, okay? We all want to be loved. We all want to be loved on an unconditional level and to be nurtured and to be protected and cared for. That looks different for each and every one of us. However, this is something that we want, we need, and we desire in our human experience. So loving yourself, showing yourself how you should be loved, because you show other people how to love you by you loving yourself, you respecting yourself, you having boundaries, you taking care of yourself, you nurturing yourself, you protecting yourself. This is how you allow that energy in, and this is how you show other people to love and respect you and care for you. So this is a big part of your legacy, okay? And with this, this imagery here, it's like this woman is like, she's holding herself like she's sacred. It's like she's cherishing herself. The ancestors are saying, cherish yourself, honor yourself. This is how you bring that energy forth, ground that energy with a partner, okay? Because even when you're in a partnership, you still have to love and take care and cherish yourself, even within this partnership. This is how you maintain healthy, loving connections, okay? The ancestors want for you to know that they want you to shift your perception to really see how magical you are, okay? To see how gifted you really are, to see how talented you are. Like I said, for many of you, again, you will be building with another person, but this is about seeing your own level of individuality, your own level of divinity, your own level of purity. Because remember, within this connection, your ancestors want you to know no codependency here. Okay, if things get codependent, this is when things come out of balance and they're not aligned. Okay, so you seeing that you are this dynamic powerhouse on your own, and this person coming in is here to complement you. They will be your divine counterpart. They will have their own level of stardom, their own level of divinity, their own powerhouse energy along with you, and you both complement each other. No one is, picking up where, like, basically there will not be a misalignment in energies here. You both will be powerhouses coming together. And so the ancestors want you to know, again, shift your perception to see how powerful, talented, gifted, and beautiful you really are, because that's a part of your legacy. Because individuality and independence within your own energy is essential to your legacy. Because what I'm getting here for many of you in the past generations, there was an issue with whether it was the masculine energy or the feminine energy, not seeing their own power, not having their own independent or individuality within a connection. There was a lot of codependency and toxic patterns around that, okay? And this is why this is very important for your legacy, because this is how you grow, this is how you obtain more. Remember, for this pile, with this Wheel of Fortune energy, this is wild card. This is, you choose how this goes. This can go all the way to Jupiter and back if you want it to go. Like, this is your choice. You choose your rewards. That's what I keep hearing. It's like, you choose your rewards. You write the story. I'm just giving you the messages here for what they want for you to have for your legacy. But materially and how all this plays out is really like your choice. I hope that makes sense, okay? With the set your sights higher, this is dream big energy. This is your ancestors saying, hey, again, the rewards is wild card is what you want. Set your sights high and hold the space. Don't give up. Don't stop believing in what you want to happen. Many of you, again, are going to be inventing or innovating things that have never been done. And you're going to be extremely wealthy. And you and your person will build with other people as well. Some of you may be building within your community circuit or however that looks, okay? So, what I'm getting here is your ancestors are saying, don't limit yourself. You are limitless. Dream big and bigger and even bigger. Like you are that dynamic. So give yourself that space and allow yourself to have huge dreams and to be very expansive. Okay, that's the Wheel of Fortune energy. It's like expansion on expansion, and it's like you will choose your rewards. It's how you shift your perception, your mindset, and unlocking your own divinity and gifts and talents from within. All right, now let's see what will you overcome, okay, with your legacy this lifetime? What will you overcome? Native American, spirituality and religion, baby, wisdom, finances. Okay. So what you will overcome, many of you again will have financial freedom. Many of you will be very wealthy. Okay. Your ancestors want you to know that you are going to overcome any, scarcity issues, any issues with feeling not safe around money, not feeling like you have enough, any issues around money. Okay. Just if you have any working knowledge of the previous generations and their relationships with money and things like that, you're overcoming all of that. Like I said, many of you will be financially free. Okay, you will have financial freedom and you will be very wealthy. And not just for your generation, but this is going to spill over to the next generations. The things that you are building and creating and the things that you will have. Many of you will have, again, family. Okay, family, where there is a solid family unit. Whether you will have children or not, that is your choice. But what I see here is family. Even if it's just you and your partner, this is going to be a family. This is going to be solid. This is going to be a unit. Some of you will adopt. Some of you will have many children. I'm getting for some of you, like you will have a large family. Okay, some of you have, and that's also another thing. This is coming through. Some of you may have, there may have been an energy within the family where it was like only have one child, only have two children, or stop at three. Kids are too expensive, it costs too much to have children. This is why you're going to have financial freedom. So those thoughts, around having children and not having enough money to care for children, that's going to be null and void. It's no longer going to exist, okay? So many of you will be encouraged to have many children, whether you physically have children, adopt, however the children come to the family, you will have many children. And I'm also getting here with this baby energy. This is, again, many creations, birthing many projects, birthing businesses, just an abundant, fertile energy here. Spirituality and religion. If your lineage has issues with religion, or not issues, but what I'm seeing here is a balance between the spiritual nature and religion. Maybe your lineage has been connected to a certain religion, and maybe you are not connected with that religion. Maybe you're more spiritual. Maybe you don't connect with any religion. There's going to be a balance of this energy, and there's also going to be an embracing the fact that, let's just say you are connected with the Christianity. Your lineage is more connected with Christianity, but maybe you don't consider yourself to be Christian, but you still abide by some of those concepts and Christ consciousness. There's going to be a balance, and there's going to be like embracing and welcoming that energy to balance Christianity and spirituality, or whatever the situation is. Maybe that's not the case for your family, but there's just going to be a level of balance and respect Maybe I don't agree with what it is you believe in, but I respect it. And, I'm embracing you. I'm not shunning you away for what you believe and what you believe to be true for you. With this wisdom and this Native American, many of you have ancestors who are Native American, okay? And if it's not Native American, it's some type of indigenous situation here. So what this is saying is you are going to be overcoming, like getting more in tune with that, getting more in tune with the wisdom from the ancestors and the ancient ancestors. What I'm getting here for many of you, through the previous generations, that wisdom was lost, that information was lost, the traditions were lost. You're going to be creating your own level of traditions. You're going to be getting in tune with that wisdom. You're going to be in tune with your ancestors. You're going to be listening to the ancestors and letting the ancestors guide you. Whereas the previous generations, maybe they weren't in tune with the ancestors. Maybe they weren't in tune with that level of wisdom, or, those type of situations, okay? And you are going to be getting in tune with that to pass on that wisdom to the next generation and the next generations after that. Again, creating those traditions that were lost or really weren't discovered. So many of you are going to be ushering in, beautiful energy here and overcoming so much. Now let's get a few more messages here. Let's get a couple more messages from your ancestors. Messages for Pile 1 and their legacy, please. Pile 1. Pile 1 messages, please. Okay, let's just take that. All right. We have here self-deception. So the ancestors are saying, please don't deceive yourself. This is again about seeing your own power, seeing your own divinity, seeing your own individuality and your independence, okay? Please don't deceive yourself with fear-based energy, anxiety, negative programming. Continue to strip those things away so you can see yourself in your own true nature. It's not as bad as you think. Some of you may be going through a difficult time right now, and they're saying it's really not as bad as you think. And I just saw 2222. Too rigid. You need to be more flexible. Okay, so they're asking you to be more flexible with things right now. Okay, don't be too rigid. Don't be too stuck in one way of doing things or two ways of doing things. Again, expansive energy. Many of you are being guided to be so much more expansive than where you've been before in the previous generations. So adopt and adapt to an expansive way of being, an expansive way of thinking. Continue to expand your thoughts and your dreams. Integrate past life wisdom. So you're being asked to integrate wisdom from past lives here, okay? Sacral chakra. They want you to know that your sacral chakra is very strong. You have a lot of passion. You're extremely creative. And again, you're very fertile. Spiritual attacks clear now. Some of you are being, if you don't feel like this applies to you, don't take this on. But some of you are being attacked spiritually. Okay, this is not for everyone. Okay, again, this is not for everyone. But clear your energy, cut cords, take a spiritual bath, ground your energy in nature, let nature heal you. Some of you are being spiritually attacked and your ancestors are warning you. This lifetime will teach you many lessons, and that's a part of your legacy. Okay, learning many lessons and overcoming obstacles. Past life relationships. So they're saying some of you will be connecting with someone from a past life. And this is going to be the person that you build with. Okay, and this is going to be the person that you have your romantic connection with. So this is going to be a strong connection. Prodigy. They want you to know that you are a prodigy. Again, you could do anything. Sweet surprises. You will be shocked. They're going to be shocking you with many surprises here. So continue to believe that these things will happen and you deserve it and you're worthy. Someone has their eyes on you. So they're saying many of you have some type of secret admirer here. Okay, maybe that's not for everyone, but some of you have a secret admirer. Embrace how unique you are. Again, embracing your individual style, embracing your uniqueness. That's a part of your legacy. Scorpio energy here. So with this is saying there's a lot of, again, that wild card energy, a lot of mystery here, okay? as to what can happen with you this lifetime. But again, it's a lot of death and rebirth, a lot of transformation, and you have a very strong crown chakra, master teacher. So they want you to know that you are a master. Many of you will be mastering so many things this lifetime. That's a part of your legacy as well. They're sending you signs and synchronicities, and they want you to pay attention. They want you to pay attention to the things that are happening around you, the number of synchronicities that they're sending you, and just get grounded, be present, and pay attention to what they're showing you. And they're saying release your ex or your exes, okay? So, and I just saw 2-2 again, 2-2-2. So if you haven't done cord cutting and releasing of your ex or your exes, release them, okay? It no longer serves you. Now let's get your final healing messages out. Okay. River of blessings, releasing constraints. Duality, many meanings, misunderstanding. Miracles, ancient wisdom. Brilliant beliefs, luminous life force, personal power. Healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. Okay. So right now, this is a time your ancestors are helping you to release a lot of constraints. And this is coming through your wisdom, because they're activating more of that higher level wisdom that you have from past lives. Many of you are integrating past life wisdom, and your ancestors are assisting you with that to release the constraints, because they want to pour in the blessings. Again, for many of you, this is like your thought patterns, that again, that negative programming, that fear, the anxiety, those fear-based thoughts that you've had, okay? And for some of you, again, you inherited that energy from your parents and the grandparents and things like that. So your ancestors are supporting you with releasing those constraints so you can get clarity. You can understand how all these things connect, where things are moving, and how things do in life. There is a duality. In life, we have many meanings to different things. There's many meanings for why certain things happen. And sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's not clear. But at some point, everything will make sense, okay? And this is why you're really integrating that past life wisdom right now, because many of you, the obstacles and things that you've gone through, you've been through already before in a past life, or you came close to really closing those things out in a past life. And this is why the ancestors are helping you to have a better belief system, a brilliant belief system around your own personal power, the things that you can achieve, the things that you can do, the risks that you can take, and that fear has been lying to you like it's not true, okay? You are a huge powerhouse of luminous, pure light and beautiful love and energy, okay? And again, you're healing the wounding around giving and receiving, being able to receive love, being able to give love in an equal way, equal balanced way, without codependent energy, without control, without those things, those lower frequencies getting in the way. This is about you being able to receive and you being able to give in a healthy way. And the ancestors are helping you to heal that energy and to teach you that not only are you worthy of receiving, you're worthy and deserving of receiving, but you can give in a healthy, loving, free way as well, without having manipulation or control or things like that hindering that process. So if no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. I'm proud of you. Please be proud of yourself. Love yourself, honor yourself, cherish yourself. Take care of yourself. Be kind and good to yourself. Speak to yourself positively. And continue to love how unique you are, how different you are, and how much of a powerhouse you really are. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love channel. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. My name is Nicole. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. I hope you are well. I'm so grateful for your love and your support. Thank you for being here. Let's get going. So, Pal 2, deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences. So, ancestor messages for your legacy. Many of you, the ancestors want for you to know that your legacy Many of you, the legacy that you were given for this lifetime is influenced by your past life, okay? Your past lives. Many of you have had many past lives here on earth, and with your past lives, you didn't fulfill certain things. You didn't get to accomplish certain things that you were kind of like, these were things that were a part of the plan for you for that life journey, but they were not accomplished due to circumstances in that lifetime. And so many of you will be, there's like an accumulation here. There's a culmination energy here this lifetime with your legacy. Like, you may accomplish many different things this life journey, because it's like you're wrapping up things that you did not get to conclude in previous lifetimes. Like, let's just say, for example, like you're going to be clearing a lot of karma, okay? You're going to be balancing out a lot of karma. You may be connecting with many different partners this lifetime, like many different romantic partners. You may have different careers, different businesses, different jobs. It's just like a culmination energy here for you this lifetime, because there's this energy of a lot of different things from past lives that you did not get a chance to accomplish, you didn't get a chance to fulfill or finish. So there's a lot of wrapping up that you're doing this life journey, and this is a part of your legacy, okay? And you're going to have deep emotions and a deep sense of, like, your romantic connections may be very deep and passionate this lifetime with many different people. The type of passion that you feel for the different jobs or careers that you have will be very deeply personal to you. You'll be feeling very connected to it. And these things may not be necessarily connected. Like, let's just say, for example, you may have a career being a hairstylist, and you may also have a career being an accountant. Okay, those two things are not really connected at all, but they both feel very deeply personal to you, and they both feel very like you're very connected to those things. So, this is going to be a part of your legacy, and some things may not really make sense. Me saying this right now may help things to bring things into perspective and help things to make a bit more sense to you. But what I'm getting here is, many of you, part of your legacy is like you're going to be a busy bee. You're going to be busy working in different situations, doing a lot of different things, meeting a lot of different people. Many of you, again, you may have many lovers this lifetime. There's just a lot of that, like wrapping things up or culminating things this lifetime for you. Let's get some more out, okay? Temperance, 7 of Wands, 6 of Cups, Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Moon, okay? All right. Ancestor messages for your legacy. There's a lot of unknown energy here. There's a lot of like I said, many of you, it's like, okay, your legacy is going to be really big, but it's like there's a lot of balancing. Okay, so there's going to be like a lot, like I said, about the past life influences here. It's a lot of balancing of karma. So again, let's just say again, the people that you connect with romantically, even if it's not romantic, even if it's like a friendship situation or family, but romance is really sticking out here. And this is why I've said that a couple of times here. People that you connect with romantically, it's going to feel very deep. It may feel very deep. It may feel very passionate. It just may feel very intense. And it's just like these intense, deep, loving connections. And it's because there's a lot of balancing energy happening here. And this is a part of your legacy. You are meant to find passion, love, and connection through your experiences, whether this is through your love life, whether this is through your career, whether this is through, just you know, because I'm getting a wanderlust energy for some of you. Some of you may love to travel. Some of you may love to meet new people, or, you just go places and you meet people. Some of you may be on a public platform. There's just this energy of finding part of your legacy is finding yourself through your connections, through your learning, through a lot of like your connections. Your connections is big for your legacy. This is how you find yourself. This is how you find your passions. This is how you find deeper levels of wisdom and knowledge, and like a sense of higher learning through your connections with people and your experience here on earth, okay, this lifetime. And you are unlocking a lot of your past life wisdom through these experiences. And I'm getting, for some of you, it's like you're doubling back at this point in your life journey right now. Like you're starting to realize the people that you met 10 years ago, what they taught you, the person that you met 20 years ago, what they taught you. It's like this energy of things are starting to connect and things are starting to make sense. And you're having a bit more clarity on your connections, your relationships, and your experiences, how they have really shaped you and helped you to become the person that you are today. And not only that, but having that gratitude for those people and for those connections and experiences, and how it's impacted you on a very deep soul level in your journey. This is a part of your legacy. Many of you are very much a lover. Many of you are very much like, you're meant to have just these vast experiences in so many different ways. Like many of you are not meant, your legacy is not meant to be the situation where, it's kind of been the same thing for you day in and day out. Many of you are meant to have an expansive way of living. Your legacy is pretty much supported by like your experiences. Many of you are meant to have many lovers. Many of you are meant to have many, different experiences. Some of you may even like, it may be a situation where like you travel to another country, and let's just say if you're in another country for a week, you meet someone on the second day of being there. You may feel like an instant connection with this person, and it's almost like feelings of falling in love. And it's like, it's time to leave, and you never see this person again, but you feel like you fell in love. Like those are experiences that shape you and your legacy. This is a part of your legacy because many of you are meant to either write a book or tell these stories, because many of you have a legacy of storytelling. Many of you have a legacy of writing. Many of you have a legacy of public speaking, and your legacy, your experiences and your connections again shape you and your legacy. And you're meant to share these stories to allow other people to dare to have these experiences and to allow themselves to live life in that way, and to allow themselves to be adventurous and allow themselves to, fall in love at first sight. Many people, you will hear people talk about on TV and things like that, and they'll say, yeah, I fell in love at first sight. And other people will be like, oh, that person's a fool. Falling in love at first sight is not real. You're meant to make people believe that that is real, that you can fall in love at first sight, that it's not just about when you meet someone, this is the first time you've met them. Oftentimes, especially if you've had many lifetimes here on earth, when you meet someone, you've known them before. You know them at a soul level. Not all the time, but if you have that strong connection and that strong pull, you've known that person before. This is just a reunion. It's a reunion in this new avatar and in this new era, okay, this new lifetime, but you know who that person is. So many of you, your part of your legacy is to speak about these experiences and share the knowledge and the wisdom, and share how these experiences have shaped you and made you who you are, because you're going to, again, allow people to dare to have that, to believe that it's real, believe how deep things can really be outside of the surface world, outside of what we see, how it's soul connections here, and how it's so much more than we can even realize. This is really deep. Wow, this is profound. Let's get some more out. Wow, this is deep. Okay, pile 2. Okay, white witch, be the light. Guardian angel, you are not alone. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Sky Father, trust in the unknown. And trust and thrive. Okay. I'm sorry. All right, let me get this together. All right. So, you are not alone. Your ancestors, part of your legacy is you will never be alone. Even if you feel like you're lonely, you're never alone. But part, again, of your experiences is connections. Your connections is a huge part of your legacy and how these connections shape you and move you to the next level. Many of you, many of you, your partners, okay, whether it's platonic, whether it's romantic here, your partners expand your way of thinking. They expand your sense of how you view the world, your perception. Many of you, your partners heal you in the bedroom. Okay, you heal your partners in the bedroom, but your partners heal you. They heal the wounds. Again, some of you have past life wounds with partners here. And when you and this person, you come into the bedroom together to connect, that heals wounds, that heals the pain from past lives. It's like your mind may not be able to process it in that moment. At some point it will connect and make sense, but you heal the wounds of past life energies when you both betrayed each other or hurt each other or whatever the circumstances were at that time. Again, part of your legacy is to learn from these spiritual experiences. Many of you are having connections with people in different realms at the same time as you being here on earth. Okay, it's not just here in this grounded reality. You're having connections through the dream space, through the astrals. You know, these connections it's spiritual. Many of you are very spiritual. Okay, whether you've acknowledged that or not, you have a spiritual legacy this journey. This journey is about you finding your light, you finding your divinity, you finding that level of purity, even through all the things that you've been through, and even through your experiences. Some of your experiences through your partners are not always going to be, copacetic. It's not always going to be, raindrops or cupcakes and rainbows all day. Like some of it's going to be tough. Some of it is going to be going through those ebbs and flows of feeling like you don't like this person anymore, feeling like this person can just go away and you wouldn't care. It's not always going to be sunshine every day, but it's about learning and growing within these experiences and finding that light and having respect and gratitude for this person and the things that they've taught you and what you've learned from this experience. That's a part of your legacy. Many of you, it's an unknown energy because many of you have so many soul contracts out here, because many of you have a lot of soul contracts, okay? And, we're not leveling up these soul contracts. Like, we're not going to sit here and say this soul contract is greater than the other. All soul contracts have their own level of greatness here, okay? But some soul contracts are going to be more in depth than others, meaning some of your soul contracts are going to be around longer than, some of the other ones. Let's just say, for example, going back to that example of meeting someone, on a vacation trip outside of the country. That's a soul contract with that person, but it only lasted for 1 week, in linear terms. Okay, we're speaking linear now, but it only lasted for 1 week. But you may have another soul contract with a soulmate that lasts for like 15 years, so each contract, each experience is still going to teach you. How long that person will be around is unknown. It's so many things working, you just never know. Some of you may even have contracts with people that you never really experienced in this grounded reality, but you experience them in the astral. You know, that's going to, because of spiritual experiences as well. Everything is not grounded. Everything is not linear. You know, everything is not going to be right in front of you. It's going to be happening in different realms and different spaces in the universe. And this is about allowing yourself to open yourself up to those experiences. And again, some of you will be speaking on these experiences and telling people, hey, yeah, you connected with this person in the astrals and you never met them or never, you know, communicated with them physically in the 3D, in the physical realm. Okay. So trusting in the unknown and trusting from still what you learn from that person in those spaces. Okay. But this is, a lot of your legacy is about you trusting yourself, trusting what you've learned, trusting the path, trusting the wisdom, and trusting in the unknown. Because many of you, it's like, with your legacy, it's kind of like, it's so many ways, you have so many possibilities of where this can go. You know, I hope that makes sense. It's like one move can take you that way, or one move can take you this way. It's really like each move you make determines where you're moving in your legacy. And your ancestors want you to know that. So some of you may be feeling like, you know, never doubt where you are, though. Never feel like, oh, you should be in this place, and oh, you should be in that place. Trust that you are where you are supposed to be. And again, trust is big for you with your legacy. But your ancestors want you to know each move that you make changes your legacy. Literally, for this pal, each move that you make changes your legacy. And the contracts that you connect with, your soul contracts, when you connect with this person or connect with that person, that changes the course of your legacy too. But you have to trust in that path. And you have to trust that if you are not pleased with that contract, that you will, if you decide to move away from that contract, you will be aligned with something better. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. Okay, so you will have to trust in the moves that you're making and the people that you are aligning with. But if you are not pleased with the people you are aligning with, you have to trust that you will be aligned with something better that's more pleasing to you, that will move your legacy in the direction that you choose to have it move into. Now let's find out, what will you be overcoming with your legacy this lifetime, okay? High priest or priestess, biblical, monk or nun, wow. Spouse, phobias, okay. What will you be overcoming? Some of you, okay, from past life, with that past life energy here, some of you have a disdain or some type of resentment, some type of anger, some type of issue with religion, okay? This is not for everyone, but with this coming up, these cards coming up here, some of you could have been persecuted in past lives for either your beliefs or your religion or the type of things that you've done in past lives. Like, let's say, for example, some of you could have been, you know, people considered you a witch, or you were considered a witch and you were persecuted for that. Or you could have been like a warlock, or you could have been a part of some type of religious establishment, and something happened within that lifetime with that religious establishment, and you either felt betrayed, or you were persecuted, or you were shunned. There's something here with that. It's going to be different for all of you, but there's an energy of resentment, or could even be hatred towards religion or establishments or those type of authorities, okay? You're overcoming that. You're overcoming your view of religion. You're overcoming your view of spirituality. You're overcoming, you're ascending past that. You're forgiving that. And this is through your connections again and your experiences. Some of you, you're going to have, I'm not saying that you are going to become religious, but you're going to forgive the wounds around religion. You're going to forgive the energy, the resentment, and the bitterness that you feel toward that establishment or that energy that's there. because it's there, okay? And it happened from a past life. Some of that could have spilled over this lifetime too, okay? So you take what resonates here, but you are overcoming those energies. You're overcoming those feelings, and you're going to forgive it. And not only are you going to forgive it, you're going to speak about this, or you're going to have some type of respect. Not to say you agree with it. You could agree, that's up to you. It's different for everyone, but you will have a respect for it. It may not be something that you are aligned with, but you will respect it, and you will respect the people that are a part of it. Because some of you may have a belief around people who are aligned with religion, like they're stupid, or, they're not intelligent. Anyone who is, considered to be a part of religion, those people are just, they're not smart at all. Like they can't see things for what it is. And that's not true. You're going to change your beliefs around that. And again, have that level of respect and forgive those wounds, okay? You're also going to really embody more of your intuitive nature, okay? You're going to overcome doubting your intuition. You're going to overcome doubting yourself and doubting your own individual power and your own high priest or priestess energy, okay? Some of you, again, have either, you blocked those parts of yourself, or you doubted those parts of yourself, or you just, you relied more on your logic and your reasoning, and you just really did away with those intuitive abilities. You're going to embrace it and balance it and respect it and love those parts of yourself. And again, trust. Trust is really big for your legacy. So again, you're going to be overcoming that. You're also going to be overcoming phobias and fears. There's some type of phobias and fears that you have. It could be around relationships. It could be around commitment. It could be around loving another person, loving yourself, allowing yourself to fall in love. There's a big energy here around romantic love, okay? And these are things that you're, like I said, for some of you, it could be commitment. And for some of you, I'm getting like, if you do get married, you will be marrying someone that you've been married to in a past life, okay? And there's going to be some type of reconnection and reunion here. Some of you are going to be with someone who you did not get a chance to be with in a past life. Like you and this person, every single time you tried to be together, something stopped you. There was obstacles in the way, whether this was family, whether this was just circumstances, like, you met this person, like you were married and that other person was married and you couldn't be together. For some of you, it was always something that stopped you and this person from being together. It was always something disrupting that connection, okay? And some of you will overcome that and get to be together and have a life together because you've never experienced that. So like I said, for many of you, it's like it's a lot of past life influences here that's influencing your legacy this lifetime. And it's going to have a very profound impact on this lifetime and a lot of clearing that you're doing. Okay, let's get some other messages from your ancestors. How to messages from the ancestors. How to. How to messages from the ancestors. For how to. Wow, here we go, storyteller. So this is what was coming through before. Many of you are storytellers, and you will be sharing your story with the world to help. That's part of your legacy, to help many different people. Many of you have no idea your impact on others. You don't have any. The ancestors want you to know that your influence, your level of impact is huge. Okay, it's huge, and you have amazing stories to share with the world that's going to help the world learn, grow, and expand their awareness and their consciousness as well. So this is a really big part of your legacy, okay? And again, you're very gifted and unique particularly with your storytelling abilities. Iconic status, family. Many of you will have iconic status here, okay? And part of that is going to be your family. Your family will be considered iconic, okay? Now, this could be iconic within the community. It could be nationally iconic or globally iconic, okay? It just depends here. Everyone is different, but you will have icon status because you're a spiritual leader. Many of you are spiritual leaders here, and you will be leading through, again, your storytelling abilities, okay, and your level of impact and influence. And that's a big part of your legacy. So miracles, again, every move you make shifts your legacy. I know that this is going to make sense at some point. It may not make sense right now. It could, I don't know. But every move you make shifts where your legacy moves. Many of you, your legacy is like literally unknown. It's unknown. It's literally, it's being written every single day. Every single day, a new page. Like, there's so many infinite possibilities to your legacy, and it depends on which contract you take, which way you move. It literally. So miracles can really occur for you. Miraculous things miracles are a huge part of your legacy, and miraculous things can occur for you in your legacy. But this is about the way you move and you aligning yourself with the right people and moving with the light and being the light. Many of you are the light. You are a leader. So it's the path that you choose. Okay, mother wounds. So healing mother wounds and healing the ability to be able to receive love, receive protection, receive support, feminine energy healing here. Okay. And this is also, for some of you, this was inherited. Okay, there's been generational issues with mother wounds, and the ancestors want for you to know you will be healing a lot of that, and that is a part of your legacy. Okay, 1010. So when you see 1010, this is the ancestors talking to you. Harmony, completion, spiritual journey. Your journey this lifetime and your legacy is very much about spiritual experiences, spirituality, spiritual experiences. Things outside of what we can see, things outside of the physical realm, opening yourself up to believe that, so it's endless possibilities here, okay? Unlock yourself even deeper. This is the ancestors saying, go deeper. It's time to go deeper. You have the ability to go deeper, okay? Sex magic, beware. Okay, so some of you, this is not for everyone. Some of you someone could be trying to do sex magic spells on you. Okay, so this is just for you to really be aware of and really pay attention to. And with that type of energy, that's someone trying to bind you to them through sex, okay, through sexual energy or through sex, to keep you stuck or to keep you from moving away from them or whatever the situation may be, okay? Time to receive. Are you ready? This is, again, the mother wounds. Are you ready to receive? Do you feel worthy of receiving? Do you feel deserving of receiving? The ancestors want to give to you a lot this lifetime. Many of you are due to receive a lot this lifetime, particularly from past life experiences, because many of you, through past life experiences, you didn't receive the way you should have. And the ancestors want to give to you in miraculous ways this lifetime, okay? People are lying to you. So some of you have people lying to you. People are not being honest with you. Whether this is a romantic partner, whether this is friends, family, you have people lying to you, and they want you to know that, okay? So 8-8. So we have here abundance, success. Many of you will have a very abundant legacy. And again, there's a higher path here. There's a higher spiritual path here, higher knowledge coming in. But you are meant to be very successful and receive a lot of gifts, okay? And a lot of miracles. Please help me. So the ancestors want to help you. Okay, the ancestors want to help you with whatever it is. You have their full support. Okay, even if you do move in a direction that they're not pleased with, they're still here to help you. They're still here to support you, to give you the resources and the tools, things like that. And they want you to know that. And they want you to know that you call on them, and they will give to you. But you have to ask for help, and you have to let them know what you need, and you have to speak about what you need, okay? All right, let's get your final messages out. Okay, tenderness, true love, compassion, precognition, psychic ability, future vision, abundance, fortune, wealth, plenty, sensitivity, feminine wisdom, passion, and divine masculine, electric, active power. Okay. So right now, many of you are balancing out your masculine and your feminine energies. Many of you, you're being asked to heal that feminine energy and to really ignite the masculine energy here. Okay, so the masculine energy, that's your solar plexus energy. That's about taking action. That's about taking risk. That's about trusting yourself. Um, Trusting yourself, trusting your abilities, and really activating that divinity and your divine power and that confidence within. Okay, so that's your solar plexus chakra. With that feminine wisdom and passion, that's your sacral chakra. So that's your passion center, your pleasure center. So healing that energy that feels not worthy, healing the energy of feeling not deserving, healing that energy of feeling not good enough for the things that you want, for the things that you want to receive, or feeling like you can't just sit back and receive it, that you have to force it or go get it or go do things to make it happen. That no, it can miraculously come to you in divine timing, and divine timing doesn't have to take so long. And really getting in tune with having a healthy level of passion and a healthy level of, you know, indulgence and not overindulgence, okay? Having a healthy, balanced level of indulgence. Many of you are attracting true love. You're attracting true love into your life. And this is happening through you loving yourself. You loving yourself, you having compassion for yourself, you having grace for yourself, you being kind and cherishing yourself. And this energy is allowing you to attract true love into your life. Okay, bringing in someone that's going to be that divine complement for you, that divine counterpart, that divine complement, where you are feeling whole, you are feeling good, you are feeling independent in your own energy, in your own divinity, and then you're attracting a person that is on your level, vibrationally a match. They are whole, they are complete, they are doing well in their own independent energy as well, and you both come together. Some of you right now, you are having visions of the future. Your psychic abilities are being upgraded, and you are seeing things from the future. You're seeing future timelines. Again, it's whatever step you make. Your ancestors are giving you visions of the future because they're trying to show you best possible outcomes here. They're trying to show you highest level, highest vibrational outcomes. They're trying to show you the best outcomes for you. But it's the choices that you make for which way this goes. Those future visions that you're receiving, whether it's through psychic downloads or through your dream space, however it's coming through, it can happen. It doesn't have to happen. It's already happening somewhere in another timeline, in another dimension. But it's about, are you going to align to that? Are you going to do the work? Are you going to heal whatever needs to be healed to unblock yourself to align to those best possible outcomes, those higher frequency outcomes? Because when you get those future visions, most of the time it's like best possible outcomes. Sometimes it could be, danger situations like, if you continue on this path, this can happen. So that could resonate for someone as well. But what I'm getting here is they're trying to show you like where your life could be and where your life could go. And do you trust that this can happen for you? And do you believe it? And do you feel you are worthy of it? Because for some of you, especially with that iconic family situation, some of you are meant to have a partner where you and this person are both icons and you have this iconic family. And it's like, do you believe that you're worthy of that? Do you believe that you can have that? Do you believe that you deserve that? Because many of you have a huge impact and a huge level of influence. Do you believe that people will listen to you and follow you, and that you can follow the light and you can act from a place of divinity, and people will listen, and you're deserving of that platform? And finally, you have abundance pouring in, fortune coming in, wealth, plenty. Many of you, your legacy is about wealth. You're meant to be wealthy. You're meant to be very abundant, financially free, materially wealthy. emotionally free and wealthy, okay? And this abundance is pouring in, and this is a huge part of your legacy, but it's coming in quickly for you now, okay? So this is about being able to receive it, allowing yourself to receive it, okay? Allow yourself to receive, saying things like, I allow myself to receive. I receive abundance. I receive success. I receive money. I receive blessings. And I'm grateful to receive it. So if no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love and your support. Please be proud of yourself, okay? I'm proud of you. I hope you are proud of yourself because you're doing a great job. Please love yourself, cherish yourself, honor yourself. You're so amazing. Keep going. You got this. You're doing amazing things. You will be so dynamic. You are dynamic. Please see your own talents and your abilities and allow yourself to receive. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you all so much for all of your love and your support. Thank you for being here. My name is Nicole. Let's get into this, okay? Achievement, effort, plus intention. So, ancestor messages for your legacy. Your ancestors want you to know you will have many achievements this lifetime, okay? Many of you, they're basically saying that your achievements are based on effort plus intention. You know, they want you to set these intentions and they want you to have the effort to put behind these intentions. And they also want for you to know that these achievements are not going to be like you have to do everything on your own. Your ancestors want you to know that they are fully supporting you in the things that you are trying to achieve, and that you have their full support, and you have their the resources and the tools. You just have to ask for help and be willing to allow yourself to receive the help. But many of you, they want you to know that you will have many achievements. You will have many achievements within your career. Many of you will have multiple careers, okay? You will also have achievements within your family life, your love life. It's like you are meant to achieve many different levels. And this is levels of consciousness. This is levels of expansion, spiritually, mentally, physically. This is levels within the material world, okay? This is also overcoming obstacles and overcoming challenges, okay? Because some of you, it's like I'm seeing this energy of darkness into the light. Like your past may have been dark, or you dealt with a lot of darkness, or you dealt with a lot of darker experiences and situations, and you continue to create alchemy and bring those things to the light, okay? Many of you will share your story with other people as well. And this is also a part of your legacy. Many of you will receive a platform to share your story with the world and share your experiences and your challenges and the things that you've gone through. And that's going to give you a high level of achievement and many accolades and much public recognition and praise for the things that you've done and sharing your story, okay? Let's get some more information here. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, Prince of Cups, the Hanged One, King of Swords, and Prince of Sacred Circles, and that's like Knight of Pentacles here, okay? Your legacy, messages about your legacy. Many of you have a big legacy here. And, you know, your legacy, the ancestors want you to know that part of your legacy is birth and creation, but it's also a big part of your legacy is It's birth and creation, you creating abundance in the darkness. It's like coming from the darkness to the light, creating, having a fertile, abundant nature to create abundance and bring birthing new conditions and birthing abundance. Excuse me, birthing abundance in places where it was dry, it was barren, it was dead. It's like you are going to be birthing so many different things this lifetime. Many of you have a legacy of pretty much like everything that you create will have some level of achievement, some level of praise, some level of public acknowledgement. Many of you are meant to be on a public platform, okay? And this could be within your community, it could be like globally, it could be on a large scale. Many of you are leaders, many of you are meant to share your level of knowledge, share your level of wisdom, share your level of intellect. You're meant to birth in, like many of you are going to be birthing in, like ushering in new norms, new ways of thinking, new ways of being, new ways of doing things. You're here, you're not of the norm. You're here to show people how to do things in a different way and how to be more expansive with their thinking, more expansive with the way that they do things, with the way that they operate. Many of you are bringing in, modernizing old traditional things from the past as well, like modernizing, it could be like rituals or songs or, things from the past that have always existed, but you're bringing it to a modern stage, the modern day, and you're doing that in a way that's very unique, very gifted. Many of you are very intelligent, and many people not, they respect you for your intelligence and they respect you for your level of intellect and your way of speaking. Like I said, many of you are meant to speak to many people, or you could be a musician, a writer, a storyteller here. Whatever it is, it's like you are meant to have public praise, public recognition, public acknowledgement, and you're meant to shake up many people's world, and you're just shaking it up by being who you are. It's like you're not trying to be anyone else. You're just yourself, and you're going to shake up many people's world. Many of you have a regalness to you, a royal-like energy. You come from royalty. Your ancestors are royal. You have ancient ancestors who are royal. And they are not only uplifting you to this platform, but they're trusting you with the legacy for the family. They're trusting you with moving your lineage in the direction that they would like to see it. They're trusting you with a lot of different things. And some of you will have children, some of you may not have children, but some of you, even if you don't have children, you will have like soul family who will be like your children, who you will be connected with, who you will guide. Many of you are mentors. Many of you are guides. You're an earth guide. You're an earth angel. You're guiding people. You're leading people. You are teaching people, okay? For some of you, this lifetime, your part of your legacy is mastery. You're mastering yourself. And as you master yourself, you're showing other people how to master things as well. Many of you have a huge legacy. I think I've said that, but it's like I really want you to know how huge this is. And your ancestors are saying they don't want for you to feel afraid of that or feel fearful of that or feel like, just because you have this huge legacy that there's a lot of pressure on you. No, it's like your ancestors are saying you just keep being you, you just keep doing you, because many of you are already on the path. You're already in your purpose. You're already aligned with the things that you're supposed to be aligned with. And if you're not there, you're almost there, or like you're just shedding some of those layers that need to go, and you're really getting in tune with really aligning with your path. And so your ancestors are fully protecting you, fully supporting you, and giving you the tools and the resources and the people to make things happen. Like things are just going to align in your favor. And many of you will continue to be elevated on this platform because your ancestors want you to know that you are the type of person people need to follow. You are the type of person that people need to listen to. You are the type of person that deserves to lead because many of you are leading from a place of the light. You're leading from a place of purity, leading from a place of divinity, leading from a place of the highest good for all, that divine intention. And so your ancestors are saying, this is why you're being elevated. This is why people need to hear you. They need to see you. This is why we want you in this place because it's not just like glory for your ancestral legacy and your ancestral lineage. Like it's bigger than that. It's so much larger than that. It's so much grander, than many of you could even recognize. Like many of you is like, you are not, this is not new to you being on a public platform. Like you've been on public platforms in other lifetimes, but it's going grander and greater this lifetime. And it's like, even though you're going to be a big deal, or you already are a big deal really, but you're so humble, you're so graceful, you're so dignified, and your ancestors want you to continue to keep that and to keep that energy and keep moving in that way because you are regal, you are royal, and people need to know who you are and they need to listen to you. Okay, let's find out some more. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. Spring, see your seeds grow. Make plans and focus. Warrior, be fearless, stand strong. Track down your fears and desires. Okay. Your ancestors want for you to know that, you have this warrior energy. And many of you, you've had this from other lifetimes, but for many of you, this is your lineage. This is a part of your legacy. Many of you are meant to show, like, some of you have, your ancestors and ancient ancestors were, warriors during whatever, time frame and period they were in. And it's like, you are the modernized version of them. They want for you to know that. They want for you to know that warrior spirit, that fearless nature, that blood, that strength, that passion that runs through you. You have that same fearless energy. You have that. You are going to stand strong, stand tall. You are going to be who you are. You're going to represent your lineage. Many of you is like, the previous generations did not represent the lineage. And, this isn't about going into why they didn't do it. The reasons were they may have represented the lineage the best way that they were able to with whatever it is that they were dealing with. But you are meant to full force represent your lineage during these modern times and doing it your way. Okay? Many of you, part of your appeal and your uniqueness is the fact that you will be representing your lineage and introducing people to the way of like modernizing techniques from the past, like honoring the past, but bringing it to a modern place. Okay. And it's like, let's just say you have Asian ancestors. Okay. You're going to be bringing in some of like the traditional clothing and modernizing it, or again, some of the traditions. Like traditions is big for this pal. Like your ancestors want you to honor the traditions that are connected with your lineage, and again, modernize it or bring it to this place where it feels good for you and it fits for you, and they're going to help you do that. And this is part of the reason why people will be following you, listening to you, and you will continue to be elevated, okay? Because you're going to help people tap into their own lineage and their own traditions. Some of you will be making your own traditions, okay? And that's okay too. But your ancestors want you to, again, be still in tune with some of the things that they've done in the past. Many of you, part of your legacy is to be fearless, is to be strong, is to stand up for what you believe in, stand up for what is right. Like I said, many of you follow the light. You're very divine and pure in that way. You are all about equality. You're all about balancing the scales. You're all about, the highest good for all. Your ancestors want you to continue to express that with the things that you do as far as your creativity, your projects, your career, and they want you to show that. And they also want for you to be very in tune with your desires, very in tune with the things that you want. That's why they're like, make plans and focus, because your ancestors are like, you will have whatever it is you want, because just for the simple fact of you listen, you are obedient, you follow. Many of you, like the previous generations, they were in tune with your ancestors, but they didn't always listen. They were not always obedient to what your ancestors wanted, and they didn't always follow that path. And so many of you are in tune with your ancestors. And if you're not in tune, you're getting in tune. You are connecting, you're listening, you're figuring it out what they want for you to do. And they're like, you'll always be blessed. You'll always be wealthy. You will always be taken care of. Whatever it is that you want, they will give to you. And they're very serious about that, because it's like, again, because you're obedient. So they want you to make plans and focus, and they also want you to continue to see things from a higher perspective, and that you will see your seeds grow, because again, many of you are abundant and your legacy is meant to be very abundant. And many of you, part of your legacy is to see you coming up with this, like, one seed of inspiration, one seed of idea, and watching it manifest, watching it grow, watching it become expansive and huge and turn into this monolithic thing, okay? Many of you, your ancestors want for you to, like, they're going to tell you, because you're so obedient, they're going to tell you, like, where you should live. And, like, not only, like, they're going to help you with your plans, because they could see things because of the type of energy and the type of blood within your lineage. Many of you have a very sensitive nature. Okay, your body is very sensitive, your spirit, your energy is very sensitive. So they may tell you, okay, they give you the idea, you need to move to this place. And you may be thinking, well, I want to live in a certain place, but maybe you feel like at the moment you don't have the money, or something just isn't going to be quite aligned to it. They're like, you don't worry about that. You don't worry about the money. You don't worry about how those things are going to happen. Make the plan and focus, and they're going to help you do the rest. Okay. So for many of you, they want you to know part of your legacy is like being obedient, and then like telling you, like, hey, again, you need to move to this place. There's something about where you live that's going to be very important for your legacy, because it's about you maintaining your purity, your light, you taking care of yourself, you living in a place that complements you in your nature. Because again, many of you are going to be on a public platform, and so your light is going to help so many people. And so you will need a sanctuary, a place where you could recharge. You will need the resources for vacation, or again, just about you, your own individual healing, your own self-care, your own ability to recharge. Okay. So it's like your ancestors will always provide you with that, and they want you to know that. But wherever you decide to live, that's going to be huge for you. Your living conditions are huge, because your home has to be a sanctuary for you. Okay. And your ancestors want you to know that. Now let's talk about what will you be overcoming this lifetime, this with your legacy. Farm, leaving or travel, wars and battles, transportation, and mother. Okay. Many of you, there's a big feminine energy here. And you, again, it doesn't matter your gender. Okay. You could be a masculine, but there's a big feminine energy here. And this is about, for me, this is about creation. This is about birthing new conditions. This is about overcoming that distorted feminine energy. That some of you with your lineage, what I'm picking up is, in the past generations, the feminine energy was stifled. The feminine energy was not allowed to expand. The feminine energy was like, for lack of a better term, put in a box. Maybe that box was just being at home, being a wife and a mother to the children, and that was it. The feminine energy was not able to dream, not able to do many things. Many of you are overcoming that. You're overcoming that narrative over your family, over your lineage. You will have, whether you will have children or you will be, a spouse, a partner, it doesn't matter. You can have dreams outside of the home life. You can have it all. Many of you may have been told or may have had this belief, or there's been a belief within your ancestral lineage that, certain gender roles look like this, or, people can't have it all. People can't have a family and a successful career. You're overcoming that. You're overcoming those outdated beliefs. Those beliefs are outdated and they're not going to be a part of your mold. Okay. You will be able to have a family and a successful career and a platform. And it's like your ancestors want you to know that. And they don't want you to hold on to this belief of you cannot have that. It's either one or the other. For many of you, what I'm feeling like, there were a lot of sacrifices made in the past, and the ancestors are saying that's not your story, so don't take that on. And of course, there will need to be balance and making adjustments according to situations, but they're going to support you and they're going to help you with that. So you're overcoming that, and you're overcoming the energy of, there's again this energy with home. Okay, for many of you, I'm feeling like your ancestors, part of your legacy is your ancestors maybe not having that security within the home, or not having that home that felt like a sanctuary. There may have been a lot of, war in the home, or just like tension and things like that going on in the home space. Even for some of you, you may have indigenous ancestors, and, within the previous generations, they had to, their home, the land was taken from them. You know what I mean? Like it goes that deep for some of you, where it was like their home, their land was ripped away from them and they had to move somewhere else. And that land was their sanctuary. So again, home is big for your legacy. Your home being your refuge, safe, sanctuary, not just a shelter, not just a place for you to lay your head, but a place for you to be free, for you to be you, and it's safe. And no one will take this from you. And no one can and will take away your feeling of peace within your home. Okay. So you are overcoming that. And again, there's something here with land. And there's also something some of you could have issues with, or there could have been like issues around traveling or issues around movement. Okay. It could have been stagnant energy where the previous generations were not able to move things along the way it should have been moved along, or there were fears around expansion, or there were fears around like, leaving and doing different things. It's something around that, and you're overcoming that. You're overcoming this energy of not wanting to expand, not wanting to move forward. All of that is being overcome because, again, you're abundant. You're creating new conditions. You're creating forward momentum. You're moving forward. You're not looking back in the past. Okay. So these things are definitely being overcome through your legacy. And this is really powerful. And again, many of you are going to achieve so much, and you're going to be a light, inspiration, and hope to so many people. Okay. Now let's get some other messages from your ancestors. What do your ancestors need you to know? Pile 3. Pile 3. Okay. Pile 3. What do your ancestors need you to know? Okay. All right. All right, soulmate. So many of you will have a, divine connection here, a soulmate, divine counterpart that you will have a family with and you will build with, okay? Your ancestors want you to know you have a very strong crown chakra. You're very intuitive. You're very tapped in. You're very connected, okay? And so your crown chakra will be very significant for you with your legacy in this life journey. You are brilliant. You are a genius. You can create anything, and they want for you to know that. With this dangerous lover, this is not for everyone here. Some of you in the past may have attracted dangerous lovers, or you were in dangerous loving connections, or there's been an energy of that within your lineage, okay? And this is something that's being overcome as well, attracting dangerous partners, or attracting partners that where within these connections, it can become very toxic, very dark. And this is in the home space. This is what's being overcome. Spiritual growth, proud of you. They want you to know that they're proud of you. They're proud of you for growing. They're proud of you for being yourself, okay? And loving yourself and moving forward on your journey. Abuse of power. This for me is, again, for many of you, I feel like this is within your lineage. There was an abuse of power with your intuitive and psychic abilities, okay? There may have been using those abilities and those gifts for the dark, not for the highest good of all, or kind of like going in between both, okay? Kind of like for the highest good for all on Monday, and Tuesday and Wednesday, using those powers and those abilities for their own selfish needs or their own self-serving behavior, okay? And this is something that the ancestors want you to be aware of. This is within your lineage, okay? And maybe you've encountered that this lifetime, maybe you haven't, but this is what they want for you to overcome within your legacy this lifetime. Emotionally immature. So for some of you, again, I feel like this could be you, or this could have been you this lifetime, but this is also, again, within your lineage. Emotional immaturity, people not being mature to take the time to grow and to heal the wounds and to really, again, move forward. So forward momentum, again, is big for you this lifetime, okay? Kill them with kindness. So they want you to continue to be yourself. And if you have people doubting you, or you have people saying things, you continue to kill them with kindness and smile, okay? And be yourself and not worry about those type of things. Chakra blockages. So if you have chakra blockages, they're here to support you with that, and here to help remove the energies that's blocking your chakra, so you can be aligned and you can be balanced. Because again, that's going to help you, because you are a light for so many people. So you need to be healthy, you need to be centered, you need to be balanced and aligned. Dismissive behavior. They want you to remember to, again, I feel like a lot of these patterns are within your lineage, and they just want you to be aware of this so you can overcome it, so you don't allow these things to pull you down or pull you back, okay? So within your lineage, there's been a thing of dismissive behavior, and it may be just kind of dismissing, not seeing things for what they really are, or dismissing the truth of the situation, or not being grounded enough in the present moment to really see things for what it is. So they want you to really pay attention to that, okay? They want you to know, again, you're extremely gifted. You have all the clairs here, okay? Your psychic abilities are really strong, very strong. And this is, again, your ancestors continue to help you with that and support you with that. They're helping you to clear obstacles, okay? Because they're saying fear has been lying to you. Some of you, again, this is within your lineage as well. And this was, you inherited that, you inherited that energy, those fear-based thoughts, that fear, that negative programming. And these are things that you're removing and shedding and moving forward from, okay? Destructive nature. So again, there's that energy of war and battle, that destructive. It could have been self-destructive nature, self-sabotage, but again, within your lineage, there's been some destructive behavior, particularly in the home space. And so this is why they're like, home and safety and security is so important for your legacy, and your home being your sanctuary and your place of peace. No drama, no toxic behavior, no destructive energy, peace, okay? 1111. So your ancestors are speaking through you through those numbers. And that's good energy, good vibes, spiritual awakening, support, and good news coming in for you, more fortune. So when you see those numbers, that's them talking to you. Many of you will be married this life. Part of your legacy is a marriage. And if it's not a marriage, it's a long-term commitment, whatever that looks like for you, okay? But a long-term commitment with another partner. Heart of the cosmos. They want you to know you have a huge heart. You have a huge heart chakra. It's very galactic. It's very cosmic. It's huge. You have a lot of love to give. You have a lot of light and love to share with the world. And this is why, again, that's part of your legacy, to share the love, to share the light, and to really guide others and be on that platform where people should be following you and people should be listening to you. So no fear of being seen, no fear of people knowing who you are and what you stand for. That's part of your legacy. All right, let's get your final messages out. Wow, you guys had extra cards. Okay. Conflict, unrest, hostilities, twin flames, soul partner, eternal connection, innovation, new creations. Wow. Clairvoyance, inspiration, interpretation, trust, healing the heart, power of self-love, and loss, lack, fear, victimization. Okay, so final messages here. Many of you could be going through this. You could be going through feeling like hostile around some conflicts in your life, or going through feelings of loss or lack or fear. These things are being shed. These things are being removed. Your ancestors are supporting you. They're helping you to shed those energies. They're helping you to remove those blocks. Those are some of the things that could be blocking your chakras right now. Your ancestors don't want you to engage in any drama. They don't want you to get involved in, conflict, okay? Sometimes conflict is like we can't always avoid it, but your ancestors are saying, kill the situation with kindness. Try not to engage in the drama. Try not to have this energy of you need to be right or you need to prove yourself. Your ancestors are saying it's nothing for you to prove. It's nothing for you to prove. It's nothing for you to engage in. They just want you to be yourself, and they want you to try to be as amicable as possible, but to also put the situation to rest and move forward. Again, forward momentum, okay? Because getting wrapped up in hostilities and conflict, that lowers your frequency, that lowers your vibration, and they just don't want you involved in that. They want you to know that anything that you feel like you've lost or you feel like you're lacking is not true. They're saying everything happens for a reason, and if you feel like you lost something, it will come back to you even greater, even better. So come out of feeling fearful, come out of feeling like you don't have enough, come out of feeling like feelings of scarcity and like, you were done wrong and how did they do you like that? Like, they're saying it's not true, okay? Because you are here to birth new creations. You're an innovator. You're an inventor. That's part of your legacy, okay? So they're going to give you the tools, the inspiration to do what you need to do. And many of you are creating new things now. That's why they were saying focus, make the plans and focus, and they will do the rest. They will show you, they will guide you, they will help you. Be open to that love and that support and the resources that they have. They want you to continue to heal your heart. Remember, you have the heart of the cosmos. You have a huge heart. And your heart and your love is meant to be felt by so many people. And that's your light. That's your purity, okay? Continue to heal the heart and love yourself. Love yourself through all the things you've been through. Love yourself through the challenges, the obstacles, the loss, or what you perceive as a loss. All the things that have kept you down. Love yourself through those things and know and have gratitude for those things in your journey and know that it shaped you and made you who you are. Many of you have you could go by, everyone doesn't resonate with this term, the twin flame, a soul partner, divine counterpart, divine complement. Whatever it is, you have someone that you are connecting with. But first, this connection has to start within. This is about you loving yourself and seeing yourself as complete and whole. and loving all those parts of yourself and loving yourself unconditionally, and your soul will vibrate and match to another person. Okay, some of you could already be in this connection, and you and this person are continuing to grow together, to learn together, love yourselves individually, and love yourselves together. But some of you are not connected with this person, and you will be connected with this person. And the ancestors are saying this is going to be a gift, and this is the person that you will build the legacy with. And finally, clairvoyance. This is about trusting your own abilities. Many of you are very psychically gifted, and trusting the inspiration that they give you, trusting the ideas that they give you, trusting the path that they're telling you to go on, and trusting yourself, trusting that inner guidance, trusting. Trust so much. The more you trust, the more you will be in tuned and clear and balanced. Okay, that helps to remove blockages within your field, your energetic field. Trust. So if no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Please be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. Please be proud of yourself. Love yourself. Cherish yourself. Honor yourself. Be kind. Be good to yourself. You are amazing. You're doing amazing things. There's no one like you. Rest. Recharge. We need you here as a collective. Thank you for being here. Thank you for shining your light in your beautiful heart. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.